Welcome to Blue Health Daily.
Have you ever started exercising full of motivation, only to quit a few weeks later because it felt like nothing was happening? You showed up. You walked. You lifted weights. You pushed through the soreness. And yet when you looked in the mirror, everything seemed exactly the same. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. One of the biggest reasons people give up on exercise is because they don't realize what's happening behind the scenes. The truth is that your body begins changing from the very first workout. Long before you see visible results, an incredible transformation is already taking place inside your muscles, your heart, your brain, and even your bones. Today, we're going to travel through time and explore exactly what happens to your body from day one of exercise all the way to year one. Because once you understand this timeline, you may never look at exercise the same way again. Let's begin with your very first workout. Whether it's a brisk walk, a bike ride, a swim, or your first day in the gym, something remarkable happens almost immediately. Within minutes, your heart starts beating faster. Blood flow increases. More oxygen reaches your muscles. More oxygen reaches your brain. And suddenly, you feel different. More awake. More alert. More alive. Many people notice their mood improves before the workout is even over. That isn't your imagination. Exercise triggers the release of powerful chemicals in the brain, including endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. These natural substances help reduce stress, improve mood, and create that familiar feeling often called a runner's high. But then comes the next morning. You roll out of bed. You take a few steps. And suddenly you wonder if you've aged 20 years overnight. Your legs hurt. Your arms hurt. Even sitting down feels like an athletic event. This is called delayed onset muscle soreness, often known as DOMS. And despite how uncomfortable it feels, it's completely normal. When you challenge your muscles in a new way, tiny microscopic damage occurs within the muscle fibers. Your body responds by repairing those fibers and rebuilding them stronger than before. The soreness usually peaks within a couple of days. Then it gradually fades. And here's the encouraging part. If you stay consistent, your body quickly learns how to handle the stress. The soreness becomes less intense, recovery becomes faster, and exercise starts feeling much more enjoyable. The hardest part is often simply surviving those first few workouts. Now let's fast forward a few weeks. You may still feel frustrated because your body hasn't dramatically changed on the outside. But inside, something extraordinary is happening. Your cells are building more mitochondria. You can think of mitochondria as tiny power plants. Their job is to convert food into usable energy. When you're inactive, your body doesn't need many of them. But when you begin exercising regularly, your body responds by creating more. It's a brilliant survival mechanism. Your body recognizes that energy demands are increasing, so it upgrades its ability to produce energy. This is one reason exercise starts feeling easier after several weeks. You have more stamina. You recover faster. Daily activities require less effort. Maybe you've noticed you're no longer breathing heavily after climbing a flight of stairs. Maybe carrying groceries feels easier. Maybe you're not as exhausted at the end of the day. These small improvements are signs that your body is becoming more efficient. You may not see the changes yet, but you're definitely feeling them. Now we arrive at one of the most important moments in the entire journey. The 6-month mark. By now, visible changes often begin to appear. Muscles become more defined. Body composition improves. Clothes fit differently. Posture improves. Energy levels remain higher throughout the day. But something even more important is happening. Your relationship with exercise is changing. Many studies suggest that a large percentage of people abandon new exercise programs within the first several months. The excitement fades. Life becomes busy. Motivation disappears. And that's exactly why 6 months is such a powerful milestone. Because if you've made it this far, exercise is no longer something you're trying to do. It's becoming part of who you are. You stop thinking of yourself as someone who wants to get healthy. You start seeing yourself as a healthy person. That shift in identity changes everything. Motivation comes and goes. Habits stay. And habits are what create lasting results. Fast forward to 9 months. At this point, your cardiovascular system has undergone a remarkable transformation. Your heart has become more efficient. Every beat pumps blood more effectively. Your lungs become better at delivering oxygen throughout the body. And everyday life starts feeling noticeably easier. Walking long distances no longer feels exhausting. Taking the stairs becomes less intimidating. Physical tasks that once left you breathless now feel manageable. Many people focus only on muscle growth when they start exercising. But some of the most important improvements happen where you can't see them. Inside your chest, inside your blood vessels, inside the systems keeping you alive every second of every day. Your body has become better at delivering oxygen, producing energy, and supporting movement. In many ways, you've built a younger cardiovascular system. Now let's reach the 1-year mark. Most people think bones are static structures, like wooden beams holding up a house. But bones are actually living tissue. They're constantly breaking down and rebuilding themselves. Every time you perform weight-bearing activities, your skeleton experiences small amounts of stress. Your body interprets that stress as a signal, and in response, it strengthens the bones. Over time, bone density improves. Bones become stronger. The risk of fractures decreases. This becomes especially important as we age. Strong bones support independence. They protect mobility, and they help reduce the risk of serious injuries later in life. Many people exercise because they want to look better. But one of the greatest gifts exercise provides is protection for the future version of yourself. At this point, it's important to remember something. The biggest rewards of exercise aren't found in the mirror. Yes, physical appearance may improve, but the deeper benefits are far more valuable. Regular exercise helps regulate blood sugar. It supports heart health. It lowers the risk of many chronic diseases. It improves sleep quality. It reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression. It boosts cognitive function and supports long-term brain health. Exercise affects nearly every major system in the human body. And unlike many health interventions, the side effects are overwhelmingly positive. More energy, better mobility, greater confidence, improved mood, a stronger body, and often a longer life. The good news is that you don't need to become a professional athlete. You don't need to spend hours in the gym every day. In fact, the recommendations are surprisingly realistic. Experts generally suggest around 150 minutes of moderate activity each week. That could be brisk walking, cycling, swimming, dancing, anything that gets your body moving and your heart working a little harder. In addition, adding strength training a couple of times per week can help build muscle, strengthen bones, and support healthy aging. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need a fancy gym membership. Even bodyweight exercises, performed at home, can provide meaningful benefits. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is consistency. If there's one thing I hope you remember from this video, it's this. Your body starts changing long before you can see those changes in the mirror. On day 1, your brain becomes more energized. Within weeks, your cells become better at producing energy. Within months, your strength, endurance, and confidence begin to grow. Within a year, your heart, muscles, and bones are stronger than they were before. And if you continue for years, the benefits can transform the entire course of your life. Maybe the greatest benefit of exercise isn't looking better. Maybe it's having the energy to travel where you want, to play with your children or grandchildren, to stay independent as you age, to wake up feeling capable, strong, and ready for whatever life brings. The soreness of day one is temporary. The rewards of year one can last a lifetime. So if you're just getting started, keep going. Your future self will thank you for every step you take today. Thank you for watching Blue Health Daily. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Knowledge is infinite, and what I know is, honestly, just a grain of sand in the desert. Hitting the like button and subscribing is totally free, but it's a huge motivation for me to keep making better videos for you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope this gave you some helpful insights into health. If you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, feel free to drop them below.